As a P250 for himself. And it's like, okay, P250 nades, but you know, Alexi B, he's a team, he's that in-game leader. He's just gonna hand it over. And well, here we go, straight out onto A. No fear, only dreams. Anders, get in there fast. OG not willing to let NaVi recover after Dust 2.
He jumped out. That's pretty bold. Being airborne like that could definitely get you killed. And they're going to keep going in the jungle. I love this. Now they just need to... Eventually they have to stop, right? But I love the idea that they keep pushing, because it does throw the CTs a little bit off guard. Electronic and Boomich, though. Some strong kills. And he'd love to find more, but he actually can't right now. There's no one in the bomb side. What a nice jump through. That takes some practice and skill, ladies and gentlemen. Valde absolutely caught off guard. Now they smoke the bomb and they're defusing inside with a kit. Boomich is on it. Another millisecond and he'll have it, and they cannot find him in time. It's NaVi to win the round. Oh, and he's killing them even afterwards. That is... That's a really action-packed pistol round.
Non-stop. So sick. Straight up aggression from OG. They had the plan. They knew exactly what they wanted to execute. It didn't break their way, but they got the bomb plan. So you know what that means. They have money for buy. They have money for rifles. I mean, it's almost as if they won the round. OG, look at this buy round that they get because of all these kills and because of that bomb plan.
Yeah, they definitely have a better buy than NaVi do, except for the grenades, but I think they will take it anyway. Isa taking down Simple. Another fight to come in. Electronic. Ooh, that's a beautiful double, and make it a triple. Why not? Taking down Valde on top. I don't think they were... I wasn't expecting that.
What? That was the biggest flash ever thrown, like the highest value $200. That's unreal.
They bought plenty of magnesium dust.
Yeah, it's just a flare going off, and Boomich up close to the MP9. Unreal. That's going to be exceedingly frustrating for OG. Because what are you doing now? You are going to be, well, you just got slapped really, really hard. The pistol didn't break your way, but you can shake that off like, you know, whatever. It just doesn't go that way sometimes. But Electronic just calmly taking 3 of you down top mid when you have rifles, and like that's not supposed to happen. So a little bit frustrating here for OG, I think.
Yeah, he was very exposed. If he didn't handle that himself, he would just have been dead pretty quickly. So
in sick play from Electronic, you can't take away anything away from him. You get that many targets, sometimes you're just going to rush it. You start spraying, you start making mistakes.
Yeah.
Not Electronic, not in this case. Takes his time, cool, collected. Big reason why NaVi are now in the lead 2-0 at the beginning of Mirage.
Careful with the Eagles here, Boomich. Teammates are only now showing up on the stairs. A bit of a sneaky kill from Simple. He'll get a double, and Boomich swinging for a double spray of his own. So nicely handled round. No real problems. They cleaned it all up. 3-0 in favor of NaVi. OG back with a bye here in the 4th round, though, so not going to be that much rest for NaVi, really.
They didn't maximize their money here, NaVi. Do as good a job as possible.
Simple on the orb.
Yeah, we're going to get that op in play. CT side. I mean, dude's just been hitting shots all day, so why not?
And one of the cool things that he was doing earlier against Nip on this map was being very mobile. He was all over the place. It was very hard to guess where he was going to be at. He'd be playing, you know, forward in B hallways, and then he would be middle, and obviously at the ticket booth and all the rest of it. So just making it hard to guess where the AWPer is just always going to be an advantage.
Indeed. That is it. And then when you get in your mind, in your opponent's mind as well. Because right now, look at this. Simple watching underpass. He's ready, and you're dead. So insanely frustrating. Just instant death for Isa. Valde's going to take down Electronic. That is well played, and he's not going to offer himself up. Too Simple, at least not immediately. Does manage to get out of dodge. Is Simple going to be able to react in time, or Valde's just going to wait for them to be patient and push in?
It's not an easy flick, actually. Valde swings into that. Could be a bit awkward. It was a nice return from Valde. Really important, evening things out. Making a lot of noise as they're getting in here. I'm not sure about that. That's definitely being heard by Flamey, who's right next to them. So, yeah, that's why you see the grenades coming out. Don't think that was necessary. I mean, it's still early enough on that they can wait them out, but still, don't want to give too much away, do you? Oh, that's an important spray. Wonder if it'll draw someone back. It looks like Simple is being sort of pulled that way, and they actually need him at the B-bomb site. So that one kill could really loosen this B defense. And now even the second guy's rotating back. Oh, wow. This is way, way effective.
This is so big, yeah.
Wait, now.
You see, I mean, the thing is Simple is communicating he hasn't seen anybody.
They're also going back. This has gone from being effective to potentially really dangerous.
Bomb is way far behind.
Oh, but
15 seconds.
They've still got it. I thought maybe Simple would still be holding CT spawn, but he went back himself, probably doubting the timing of it all. I think everyone was confused about this. Momenty going down means NaVi still definitely want to feel like they could at least try for a retake here. See if they get the first kill and roll something behind it. Alexi, though, will take down Flamey. Perfecto with a good kill on MBK. So the retake is still on, but nobody knows about Valda. And they say, oh, he almost pre-fired it. Perfecto so quick. They don't have a grenade or anything, but that all could be holding it, and the bomb is on the other side of the boxes. So best of luck here for Alexi B. He's going to get taken down, and NaVi will do a wonderful retake. That actually worked so much better than I was expecting.
Mm-hmm. No nades to buy any time with, just a really frustrating... and because they took so long, they were so short in it, Montu just gets picked off for free at the beginning of that,
yeah.
Right? And so you lose that advantage that you have there, OG, with the man.
Really surprised.
This is Perfecto coming right over the top. Yeah, spots the gun barrel. Well done. Well done. This is looking like a revitalized NaVi. Right now, they are looking very solid indeed. OG are going to have their work cut out for them.
It'll be hard for OG to go back and watch that fourth round on the demo, because we could just see that, you know, that B defense there's just one person there. And I guess rotating back to A maybe wasn't the whole thing that cost them, but it did look like they had an easier target, perhaps. We will never know. AK stolen on Perfecto. Money is not that great for NaVi, but they do have some. It's worse on OG. Creeping towards the bomb side. If Valda keeps this up, he's going to get shut down by Flamey.
Really check for the boost. Jump across, gives it away. But this is just a bait and switch. Flamey might still get caught, and he is, in fact, going to get caught for free. Gets that smoke off, but that split second makes the difference. Two-man advantage for OG, and this is definitely a save scenario now for NaVi.
Yeah. That's not really a setup I can get behind. Flamey there with the M4. He sees one guy jumping past, and he's sort of still committed to try and fighting them. But Perfecto is there with him, is all the way behind the truck. Like, think about how late in the round they know that someone is there. I don't know. I feel like one of the things you definitely want to know at the B-bomb side is whether or not people are all the way in that hallway, either by jumping as people do, or, you know, just staying up there the whole time and then looking down if you have a sniper rifle or something that can work out. Interesting stuff, but nicely done by OG. They just swept that round. And NaVi get to save the rest. So 4-1 in favor of NaVi. Sixth round here. And PK's finally picked up a kill. He was at 0 for a little bit here, but picking something up, always a good sign. That really wasn't a very elaborate strategy either for OG, but again, it did just work. Now, leaning much more heavily toward the A-bomb side. Let's see if they try for one of those attack and wait type strategies. Because again, they're setting this up so early. So dangerous. Dead already.
Oh. Smoke goes down just nick of time. He's just still hanging out around here, though. And there it is, the jump up onto the infamous bench. Flamey just barely makes it around the corner in time. Alexi B is going to get his head taken off, and that removes a part of the pincer onto this bomb site. Yeah, they're just going to get mauled here, aren't they, OG? Unless some magic happens. Velda trying to make it happen. Trying to turn it around, and Matu fighting back as well. The two of them remain. Can they get that bomb planted, though, is a different story.
He would so love if his teammate could find a way to get the bomb planted, but yeah, that means he has to cross past Simple again. And he's just patiently waiting out there. How long does he want to do this? Oh, he hears that. Oh, he probably did hear a step. Yep, but Simple gets far enough back around the corner. It's really patient here from Valda. You've got to appreciate that. He's going to try and see if he can hunt him down, checking everything that he can. Oh, he almost got scoped then, and almost getting shot at the back, but not quite. And there's the kill. That is going to make it a 2-on-2. And they still got 30 seconds. The bomb is here as well. It's a high-level Counter-Strike coming out from Valda at the moment.
So sick. And now, I mean, dude, your stomach just drops out if you're NaVi at that point. Just like, great. It was looking so good, and now we have to go into a retake. We don't know where they are. Matu's baiting for Valda. Oh, that HE. Yeah, he's got no way of knowing. He is gone, and that is just Flamey turning around and running the other way.
He's so patient, Valda.
Yeah, that was really sick. Valda had a bit of a real cold start on Dust, too.
Yeah.
You can see he was kind of forcing it, trying to make it happen. But he's hit the ground running here on Mirage, and he is coming into his own by the looks of things. Another Dane.
Yeah, another one out there.
Another beast.
They're being sent all over the place, right? Got Blamef hanging out in Complexity. Got Valdo in this international lineup. It's all good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that was it really was.
Got Config as well. Not to forget.
It's true, actually. Yeah, you got 2 Danes. One wasn't enough.
Yeah, apparently not.
Good old Lake, just always trying to stack the deck in his favor.
I think it's fantastic. JKS now joining the team as well. I am looking forward.
Oh, it's gonna be wild, yeah.
To it, yeah. By the way, that kill that Electronic got in the last round on Lexi B was purely communication, right? His teammates called it in, saying there's a guy in the middle. He's in the smoke somewhere, and Electronic quick to turn around. So it's nice to see that NaVi communication is working out that way. Because if you delay anything like that, if you're not clear and precise, and if you're not listening, then that just doesn't happen. Quick bomb plant, falling back. They have all of the advantage in doing this. So this is just great at the moment. Well, the 1 AK on Simple is the only thing really they have to be scared about, and I don't see why Simple would try and throw it away. The rest of them could try and definitely look for some kills if they feel like, oh, there it is. It walks right in. So, no AK. Flamey, though. Oh, no! How could that be? He gets another one in there. Quick triple headshot. He does have a kid, actually, but... Oh, no! One more! That is absurd! MBK just watching his team die in front of him. That is a miraculous round from Flamey.
Oh, man.
I can't believe we just saw that.
That was expensive. Couldn't save the AWP either. Monster's going to have to tap into his bank to get re-equipped. Let's watch all again here. Another one. All 3 headshots, 1 clicks, and 4 taps. So it's not just Simple. Flamey can do it too.
Yeah, that really is expensive.
Sick. Well, that is definitely going to give NaVi a whole lot more room to maneuver with here. Because OG were sitting on a pretty terrifying bank, starting to really get going, and now they've had to spend a whole lot of it thanks to the Flamey's efforts. So he really did have a big impact in that round. And, well, it is going to be NaVi forcing into it. 2 FAMASes, so they can afford a few more nades. But OG still trailing with an opportunity to tie it up. 4-3.
Did he just drop his gun? Am I hallucinating?
Mm-hmm.
Should we find out? Is Alexi's B's gun up there? There's a gun right there on the carpet.
Hey, confused.
So
why did he drop his pistol? It was weighing him down, Anders. He had to be fleet of foot here.
Yeah,
he had to move in quick.
Got a bit of a lineup here, but yeah, it's danger on the other side. He's still going to win. Definitely tuned in at the moment, Flamey. Don't want to be throwing this away. 2 versus 4. Don't give them any individual fights. It's still Flamey. He's just hitting the shots so well. And a grenade. Back-to-back quad kills for Flamey. And NaVi on 5 rounds. That's terrifying.
Yeah, you're not pleased right now if you're OG. This is the last thing you want, because if Simple and Electronic start getting into this game in a meaningful way, life's going to get very difficult indeed. Flamey just doing work, but that was also kind of a staggered push from OG, just getting in one after another off the balcony.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, not really just committing in there and trying to cascade onto that bomb site, giving themselves some room to maneuver. So tough one. It means that they have to tap into the rest of their bank. And leaves us kind of wondering what OG are going to be capable of here. It is going to be a B hit. There are currently 3 players here for NaVi. They are ready and waiting for this one.
They smoked all of the middle right now, so they have to go before those smokes fade, or none of this is really going to matter. And trying to get through that CT smoke perfecto. Doesn't even need to see anyone. The bullets will do it.
Yeah. Just the ticket.
That's interesting.
Yeah, nice. He's going to get that AK. Well done, Isa.
It's a big gamble what they did is, right, they smoked catwalk, window, and connector, but they had no one there from OG to check if there was I mean, if any one person from NaVi, isn't behind the smokes, but has just jumped through, they'll just immediately see this isn't a B, push at all, or it's like a mid push at all, and then they could at least call that out and say, well, listen, there's no one in the middle, so, be alert on the other side. So that I don't think that's what happened this round, but it's just you've got to put a little bit of, I don't know, you've got to roll the dice if you're OG doing that. I think that's what they just did. So that smoke, though, was lethal to them. Electronic going down 4-on-3. Round is still in play, even if it was just a 5-on-3. I mean, can't be letting this one go here if you're NaVi. This is one of those rounds that you just have to win. Gonna go for bomb plant, and their teammate in Isa is far, far across the map. So it's gonna be down to Mantu and Valda to try and do this. He's trying to sneak it behind, but the bomb's already planted. I think he's so far away right now. It's almost ridiculous, but maybe it'll play out in the end. Jungle is where another one of them is, and he's gonna be so upset. I'm angry on his behalf. Mantu goes down, and Valda now in window. Isa's gotta be wondering what on earth is wrong with Simple. Why is he there?
Yes, and well, before Simple realizes that he's here as well. Bomb's just gonna get defused, easy peasy. And can Velda make it back for that AWP? No, not quite. Unfortunately, he is not gonna do it. So, just an AK. NBK's got enough for a glass cannon. If you wanted to really be a team player, that would be quite the sacrifice. But I'm thinking this is gonna be a half-buy kind of round for OG, and focus on the next one. NaVi right now are just looking fantastic, aren't they? They've revitalized.
Yeah, they're looking really good, but the score still means they've got to keep the focus too, right? At, 6-3, like that's absolutely anybody's game, so they should be feeling good. But what they really need to sort of cement this is the economy behind it, and that they haven't really done yet, and maybe even more of a lead. So yeah, I think it's good for now. Like this push to top mid. I've been criticizing NaVi for not being aggressive. This is one of the rounds in which they are doing it, so huge thumbs up. Click that like button, whatever.
Click that like button. Subscribe.
Yeah.
Hit the bell for notifications.
Yeah. All whatever it is.
Heard that way too many times.
Boomage is kind of alone in A. This is a long time to be holding middle, I've got to say.
Mitch gonna get traded. Quick plays there from NBK. Chimes in and manages to trade it 4-on-4 now as they move on to the A side. OG will be able to plant. Nice and open. Nearly denied. 1 HP! Plants the bomb with 1 HP. That could make all the difference.
Especially when it then goes down to NBK for the smoke. A bit of a battle there. Man, I can't believe how close it was to Boomich getting away. Nice enough shot, and Mantu said already low on health. He's going to be dropped immediately. NBK, though, catching a little bit of fire here. Second kill of the round for him so far. He's just out battling in the middle of the bomb side. Electronic going to shoot him in the back. It's now Valda out in the open. He sprays it, gets it! Oh my god, what a double kill. He was so low. I think if Electronic hadn't been falling off the ledge there, he probably takes Valda down immediately. But OG picking up a 4th round. Absolutely critical round for them.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild stuff. And NBK, man, the natural born killer himself showing up big in that round.
Yeah, that was nice.
His team were desperate. They needed a play, and he showed up with that AK and got the job done. Glad to see Nathan Schmidt once again showing up. But now, well, this is awkward for NaVi. That was a must-win round in terms of economy. Pistols, Kevlar, Simple with a scout, just a force buy into this one, hoping to hold OG off of a tie situation. Oh man.
Yeah, this is why you would you'd love to call back Flamey for another couple of 1-deeks, but also Simple as a scout. There's some options, but it's pretty thin at the moment. Got to say, that round is just completely different if Boomage, jumps into apartments just in time. It's like he's just half a second too late. Yeah, well, Alexi B in middle, playing it solo, while the rest of the team are setting up for an A hit. Boomage not even getting a chance.
Hard life for Boomage. Started strong. Oh, this molly. Oh, has a corner to hide in. Does Velda realize this? Nope. Easy peasy. But he does manage to get one. No, that's actually Alexi B. Taking on the other, but Electronic makes it out with 6 HP. And if he saves that AK, actually, that's going to give NaVi a little bit of firepower for the next round.
You don't think he will?
You don't think he makes it out of this one?
Oh, wait. Did you not know that it was on? I guess he didn't. He thought it was up on Catwalk instead. That's odd.
Electronic knows he's boxed in now, though. Oh, reloading too. Come on, NBK.
Yeah.
I got a bit expensive.
Probably had a mild heart attack then. 6-5. OG coming back in. The fans are excited. Is that a seule that he's got?
He's got to move 2 of them.
Huge fan. I love it.
There was another one too.
It's one of my favorite things when they had the World Cup in South Africa. I think it was. I love that.
That's a brilliant idea. The howls of the vuvuzelas.
I want to believe that they could all just, like, at the same time hit the right frequency and just spawn a black hole and wipe out the entire Earth.
I thought you were going to go for the brown note, but yeah, that works.
Even worse.
Oh,
But, like,
electronic.
What a way for it all to end, you know? Everyone thought it'd be nuclear weaponry that would just, but it was...
No, it was a stadium full of events.
20,000 vuvuzelas at the same time.
Listen, was it worth it getting tinnitus for the World Cup in the vuvuzela?
I think that's an amazing souvenir. Like, you'll never forget that you were there, you know?
Definitely, yeah, you will be reminded every day. Every waking moment.
What if your tinnitus was the sound of vuvuzelas?
Hell on earth.
Hope no one is in that unenviable position.
Well, oh, Boomich, that's a painful one.
USPs just don't do that much, do they? I mean, it's even if you hit the headshot, it's still, you know, questionable if that would have even been a kill. Perfecto's got a P250 instead, but a lot of targets when the smoke fades or when he comes through, whichever one he chooses. It is going to be OG clearing it all up and evening out this scoreline at 6-6, and I think that is already, you know, going to be looking really good for them. Oh, he would have loved that, but it's not going to be doable. Lexi instead with a triple, and now I think it's more about NaVi getting a little bit of a grip on this game again, reasserting some control.
Yeah, it's really looking like LXCV has had enough time to download them.
Yeah, I agree.
He's starting to figure this out, and this is going to be an awkward situation for NaVi again. There's not that many nades to work with. It's a bit of a, you know, it's around 4,000 across the board. Simple has to go for just a Deagle Kevlar kit.
He's also not like got that many kills, Simple.
No, he has quieted down a little bit here.
I think it's 5 at the moment. So
I mean, I think it's Flamey who really had those 2 hero rounds.
Yeah. Speak of
the devil, yeah. But past that, I don't really know. It doesn't seem. Because those 2 rounds, I think, they're almost worth 4. Because they were huge in impact and really set OG back. But regardless, clever play with the smoke, a little bit of a gap there, and Alexi B gets picked off, so a man advantage for NaVi in this important round. Simple, no longer just a Deagle. He's got an AK in hand, and he is going aggressive. He's going to get so much information here. NBK has no way of knowing. This is... Wow, NBK checks!
Like, Simple cannot know this, but everything there just suggests that if he actually stayed at the off angle instead of in the corner, he just would have had that kill, no problem. But fair play to NBK. That is experience shining through and very, very important. So I'd say it's such a good move for Simple as well. And here he goes again, taking down Flavey. Fantastic round. Vector's also caught sleeping a bit, and a 3rd kill for NBK. And he's taking over this game right now on the T side. Nearly getting the spray down against Boomich, but he can relax and just wait for the bomb to go down. They're already covering the marketplace over by B, so doesn't have to do anything. And nice little swing. I still don't think Boomich could do this, and I actually partly wonder if it's even worth it. Yeah, now it's definitely better. It's just such a stretch to try and run into the B-bomb side alone and check everything. Still hanging around. I don't know about this.
Not gonna happen. Had the angle, couldn't get the trigger. Returned that op. That's a very kind of him. Very considerate.
He did.
He's a good guy, Boomich.
Good thing that weapons aren't soul-bound in Counter-Strike. You're from World of Warcraft?
Yeah. That would be messed up. At least it's just a stat track, right?
Maybe you could, like, you know, you could pay 50% more for a gun, and then it was soul-bound, so then the other team can't pick it up. But then it costs more. I'm not advocating this, Valve. Stop listening.
Oh, Valve watching a pro match of CS. Come on, dude.
I know. We do give them a lot of grief, don't we?
Yeah.
It's tradition.
Every now and again they deserve it.
Yeah. But I also just feel like it's just what we do now. They shouldn't take it personally, you know. Look at who's sneaking out. Boomich. Again, NaVi with... I mean, it's such a shame that it's with a CC and like, it's not a round where they have more, but I like these rounds. I don't understand why NaVi don't do them more when they actually have rifles. He's going to get essentially a free kill here on Valde. And how much do... Well, OG aren't even... This is if they were in, you know, closer to a bomb site, I'm sure they would have loved to have reacted fairly quickly. But they were kind of stretched out. Still looks like they're going to go catwalk into B, and there's 3 people waiting. This could get interesting.
Yeah, there's Isa. Picking up the one. Perfecto up close to the CZ75. And there it is. Simple showing up. A round that, well, it is not done yet. They have taken a lot of damage. Perfecto, the healthiest one here for NaVi. But Mantu's got that bomb.
Wow.
Wow. What?
Didn't even need to see anything. So, it's pretty impressive.
I'm just trying to think of that Draper meme. You know, when it comes to the Valve devs. Hold on.
I've missed this meme. You're look it up. Yeah, I appreciate that. 7-7, 15th round. It's all tied up once again. NaVi fans are still with us.
Yeah. No, it's the guy in the elevator, you know, where he's like, I feel bad for you. And Don Draper's like, I don't think about you at all. To me, that's kind of the CS devs, you know, it's like, we're just like, oh, yeah, CS devs, oh my God. And CS devs are over there just printing money, like, I don't think about you at all.
Oh, Boomage, that's a nice lineup. Big double. He's been trying to play that for a while, and this time it definitely worked out. 4 versus 3, simple. Not a smoke, but he still doesn't need to see anything. Could still take down Valde on pure timing. Man 2 on the late CP, 2 on 4, and that's simple, just hunting for him. He looks so careless, like not even scared at all. Gonna make any difference? I still think OG have got a very, very good shot at finishing this 2-0 at the moment. What did they got? P250 picked up one simple, ready to try and melt some people.
It was on this map that he annihilated.
Yeah.
In the pistol. Oh, wow, look at this from OG. Straight through underpass, hoping for a B play. It's not going to be the case. It's out on A already. Isa, that would have been beautiful. He could have had a headshot to kick things off. Man's been spotted jungle as well. LeikkeetB trying to back off, trying to play it safe. He barely survives. 7 health, and the bomb is already planted.
That's really lightning fast, isn't it? And it's out towards the middle of the map as well, so everyone here in jungle could do a lot. Perfecto hitting some crisp headshots. Electronic finally going down. But OG definitely at a disadvantage so far in the pistol round. Flamey with a bit of a drive-by, and Simple will get his say as well with the P250. Well, the only one he's going to get, but Alexi with 7 health and a kit, there's really no point in even trying, is there? I mean, you're never going to be able to defuse for that long. They're watching it from so many different angles, so...
He had that shot there.
Yeah, but even then, I mean, he was being flanked as well. Flamey coming in there, it's too much. I don't know, saving the kit maybe also a little bit of a stretch. Regardless, nice round out of NaVi. Gotta appreciate that.
Interesting. Wait, no, that was yesterday, sorry. Bring me today. Oh, still pretty much the exact same pick ban.
A little bit of a repeat, yeah.
Nuke is 3rd, so we'll see if we make it that far today. It's looking good for NaVi. They are fired up right now. Both pistols, if I'm not mistaken, going the way of NaVi, yes. That certainly helps things. If they lose it now, that is a real reason for NaVi to get somewhat miffed with themselves.
Single flashbang in the middle. All of OG are in the middle too. They were really, really hoping for an engagement there. Gonna be using it in the bomb site anyway. Flash through, and I think they're gonna get slaughtered coming through this. An MP5 in action. Yeah, fine. I still like the fact that OG wanted to try that. Much prefer that than the weird, you know, default spread out with USPs and nothing else. So, credit to them, and credit to NaVi for not losing anyone, and getting up to 10-7. And OG will be able to buy in this one, so not the most perfect buy, but probably good enough to do some damage, especially because NaVi have held onto the MP7, the Mac-10, the MP5. Yeah, this could be a real good fight out of OG here in the 18th round.
Curious to see. We're going to have that short smoke go down fairly early here by the looks of things. as well as a window smoke. Alexi B manages to make the jump across. He's there with the AUG as well. Really hoping for some aggression, but that's just not going to happen. NaVi throwing those smokes and just leaving it open, leaving mid unoccupied.
He's going to have so much information behind that. He will already call it back saying, yeah, there's no one here. Now, Boomich has got into that smoke. I need to know how that happens. He has to jump, and he's going to get caught anyway, but how did he get there?
How did he get there? Yeah.
Like, you would have to run up to Tetris, jump over while what? Valda was snuck in behind the boxes and never even heard of him? I'm very confused.
What just happened to Simple?
Got killed by MBK somewhere. No, up in the hallways, it seems. Up B hallways. So, guess just a regular fight. Off the camera somewhere. That happens. 45 seconds. NaVi waiting for a mistake. They'd love OG to come look, and maybe a chance here. Alexi B. Molotov's behind him and not touching him at any point. Flamey disappointed for sure. But again, why give them anything? Oh, no head armor surely there on XCB. He went down quick to the MP7. 25 seconds though. I mean, what do you do? Yeah, you could run for the B-bomb site, but one single bit of a hiccup here, and you're not even going to have that much time to try and put the bomb down. Not one yet. Oh my god, it's Electronic with 2 kills on the Orca. They just run it like it's nothing. That should never happen. That's so confusing.
Might be shaking my head a little bit there with how that panned out. I mean, well played by Electronic. Just keeping an eye on him as well.
It's almost like OG, because the time was so low, that they just thought, well, probably NaVi just saving then. And then like, oh, the way they're not saving.
Yeah, the focus.
Like, what's going on here? That was very confusing.
And now NaVi are going to get 11 rounds. They get a second crack at it. This is so fortunate for NaVi. Had they lost this, well, now let's see. Did they even trying to get out of here? It looks like they do. Electronic's going to get one. I mean, Issa gets both. He can recover that AUG. It doesn't seem like he's going to. Decides to back off and save instead.
It's fine. I mean, he's getting a little bit of revenge for after losing the round, but that should be an OG round every single day.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, kills at the beginning. Electronic. Oh, that was a filthy shot.
But even Alexi, you know, peeking that with no head armor into the MP7 in the middle, it starts there, essentially. Because they were playing real far behind.
Well, this, I mean, at least because they save those jump fours, they've got a reasonable buy. NaVi had filthy money, so they are going to be bought up. And BK. Looks like Perfecto was able to pick up on the fact that, yeah, there was a big rush into underpass. And in the meantime, Simple drops Issa on the A site. NaVi, they are having an impeccable T side right now on Mirage.
Yeah, and I mean, they're happy, fine, if you want to push that way, we're just going to take over the A bomb site. And, you know, as long as you do it in a reasonable time, you can't really get back here. So I think it's all working out. Boomich going to be smoking off the connector for his team to start to make their way into the site and actually put the bomb down. And they're falling back. I think OG know there is absolutely no point in throwing these rifles away. And I agree. That's going to be 12 rounds for NaVi. I understand. I actually like the aggression out of MBK. I don't understand the part where he runs all the way up the stairs, like, you know, fully like the whole way, because that's so audible, right?
Mm-hmm.
Smoking it off is also kind of a fun twist. I mean, that, you know, that's, if they didn't know, then they definitely know you're there now. And I guess they were just trying to apply some pressure in some form or other. They're going to be saving their guns regardless. So 5-round gap opening up here between OG and NaVi. And OG seems to have calmed down a little bit now.
They're cooling off.
Yeah. They also don't have all the weapons they want. That is for sure. But
well, this round, I mean, it should be all right because now Mountu could, for example, can drop a rifle right on over. SB can drop as well. So they should have a pretty strong buy. But right now it's about OG. I think, yeah, this is a good time to call a timeout. You need to sit and maybe have a moment to breathe.
Yeah, start to get this a little bit more warmed up.
Yeah, because it's just been going against you through and through.
Valda's been doing a good job, and I mean, it's not like they're not showing up on the scoreboard at all. But
it's a series of bad beats, right, as well? Because I mean, like the pistol, OG go for the gamble, underpass rush towards B, right?
Yeah.
And nobody's there. NaVi go A. So that just sucks because that's just like a hard counter on the strat, or at least an auto lose in a sense. Second round, they go for the stack mid, nothing, right? Because NaVi just dry walk out onto A. And there's just been a series of unfortunate events for OG. So yeah, I guess it is a good time to take a timeout and just be like, right, shake it off. We've had some bad beats here, but we're not done. We're not out of this. We're still fragging.
Yeah, pushing to and up into B hallways. Again, this is everything that I enjoy about OG CT side. I think this is what they need to do. Now, whether or not they're going to be successful is another thing, because Perfecto is so ready for this, and he'll take one down, could definitely win that fight. Going to be the M4 picked up instead by MBK, but yeah, that was nicely read by Perfecto. And that's also good to see NaVi, you know, realizing and coming to terms with the fact that that is how OG have been playing it. Boomich again, he was sneaking in over at the Tetris boxes. Now he snuck all the way into B through middle. He is just so hard to predict, and you can't see what they walk right past each other. There's at least going to be MBK, but man, they're all rotating out. Boomich is going to be calling it in, saying, this is an empty bomb site, guys. So close, yeah. He's going to get the kill. He's finally saying, you know what, end it. And I think OG is saving. Saying that's
Once
it.
again, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's over there? I think it's Flamey. He's playing over, yeah. Flamey's going to get spotted.
Think about Boomich being able to do this. And it is not, I mean, these 2 rounds are not the only examples. I actually think this is one of the things that he does really well. And it must be so frustrating to play against. And then there are whole games, whole best of 3s where it just disappears. Like, you know, he's never sent on those missions. He's never really trying it. And he does the same on the CT side, right? Like, it's not just when he's on the T side. I just think he's got such an unpredictable game style that I think fits really well with the rest of NaVi when they use it, and sometimes they don't. So then it obviously is not going to be a fact. 13-7.
Well, at least they're making it just a little bit more expensive here for NaVi. Gonna have to spend some of that cash. A little bit too much. Asa has got the weirdest way of holding his mouse. You notice that?
How is he holding it?
Like he has half of his forearm on the desk, and then he kind of pincer grips it.
Oh, the claw?
Yeah.
I'll never figure out how people do that.
But he's got no... Dude, that's got to kill his shoulder. He's got no support for his elbow. Huh.
You know what? Once you've adapted a style, right?
True. I don't know how Swag's fingers still function. Have you seen pictures of how he holds his mouse?
Yeah. Yeah. He can hire someone to fix it, can't he? Buy a new hand or something. A couple of years, that'll all be going to be fine. Robot hand.
I wonder how many of the players have got their arms and hands insured now. Device was doing it years ago. I bet you they've done it as well. Like some of these players have definitely put some money into it.
It would make sense, yeah. Sure, that happens on a bunch of different levels. Ooh, and to that, like it should have been a free kill. Boomich, he's still fragging and finally going to be going down. But I mean, he should have had no kills. He should have been dead immediately then. That distracted like 3 or 4 players to look to middle. Now it's a good job that Valda turns around to take down Flamey. Bantu there, low on health, but doesn't even matter. Drops Perfecto in the middle of the site, and that's a pretty good recovery. I actually thought that was going to spiral out of control when they were all in middle because of Boomich. All right. Still playing, I guess. 2 on 4. They cannot give this away, OG.
Electronic is just... He is actually fighting so hard right now. Maybe Simple isn't sitting at the top of the scoreboard, but I mean, Flamey and Electronic, this has been their map. And Electronic was doing work in the last on Dust 2 as well, but now let's see. Simple 1v3 pinned on the site and soon to be caught in the open. No, we have 1 HP on Mantle, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're just going to group up on him. Again, if you could get out and try to sort of fight his way into a bit of position, it would be different, but they're just everywhere at the moment. So a single missed shot, not even going to get that off. It's leikkeet to take him down instead. OG with an 8th round. Nice recovery. I thought that could have gone bad a couple of different ways, but Mantu finding some relevancy even after getting... Yeah, not a big fan, I'll be honest. 22nd round, and we've got an AWP on Mantu, got an AWP on Simple as well. This is where the battle surely is going to be, because, again, I mean, NaVi still have some money, but OG, they need to turn this around, start to feel confident at CT side. It's like they're going through some of the motions of like this mid aggression, the B hallways. Like they still have the same ideas, but something isn't clicking quite yet. And I'm sure like a couple of 1 rounds and some more money, and like they'll get back into. I think OG could still absolutely win this game, but yeah, they need to string some more rounds together here, or it's going to be too late.
That'll be lights out. But this is the best chance that they've got. Fully bought up, all the guns, including AKs. You got to do it now. And unfortunately, Simple just doesn't miss, man. Doesn't matter if he's blind.
Yeah.
He wasn't even blind then.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he was like mildly flashed or something like that, but it wasn't really enough. So, nice idea. I mean, flashbang at the top mid, it's definitely really cool. It's just that there was no other focus of any kind really being taken away there. So, I don't think they were too worried, NaVi. And so far, it's looking like a flawless round. And they're still taking their time.
Yeah.
Which is good. Good news. Just tricky. What would you ensure, Semler, for your job? Can you ensure your voice? Is that possible? I don't know how that works.
That would have to be.
I'm sure opera singers do.
Yeah. Vocal cords.
Not to make any comparisons. I don't know. Do you know how your singing is?
Dude, no, I mean, it's getting better. I'm practicing more these days. But, I mean, that is pretty much what those guys do, right? Like singers.
Sure, yeah, it must be.
Commentary is what we do. It's kind of the same kind of thing. One of those fights, I think it was UC, sat next to a lead singer and asked him for a bunch of tips on how he warms up for shows.
Yeah.
Been using those for a good long while. So it just definitely.
I did say, but I got my wife is really good at singing, so she taught me. Cool.
It is cool. It's I mean that's the thing actually when you come to Scandinavia as well, is that in Sweden, for example, you have songs that you sing at meals.
Yeah.
You know, there's actual culture, whereas it feels like you know, a lot of other countries, you just don't really have songs like that. That's not a thing. It's interesting. So Swedes can sing.
Damn. Well, we'll get into it later. A lot of good Swedish bands that like Swedish music. Anyway, I'm sure I could not get insured. I end up in hospital every other year for random reasons. An insurance company look at that and say, you know what?
This guy.
Forget about this. 23rd round. 14-8 the scoreline. Money on NaVi. It's a bit less than it was, but it's still there. It's almost 10,000 on Perfecto, almost 5,000 on Simple, 5,000 on Flamey. That's enough to still stay dangerous for a while. OG, though, on the other hand, not so much so. They have put more or less everything into this, and that is a little bit scary. The round loss bonus is absolutely massive, but OG have only won 1 round in the second half. I actually forgot about that. Mm-hmm. I just memory hold that. That's a problem. That's not a good sign at all.
Yeah, memory holding things in general, not the best.
Well, it depends, doesn't it? You should use it selectively. It could be
good
great.
Point.
Get all the bad things. What is this? 30 seconds left. They're still in the middle. NaVi. They have a history of messing rounds like these up in horrific fashion, and I still have trauma from watching those rounds. So I'm getting nervous right now. I can feel it coming. Alexi B does go down, and boom, which is there as well. And suddenly it works out, and they get every single one. It looks so perfectly timed. They didn't screw it up. I was nervous for no reason. They're going to get a 15th round here.
We're going to get a 15th round, and I've got a strong feeling that we're going to nuke Anders.
That is looking increasingly likely, yes.
Yeah. This is definitely looking like a nuke scenario to me. A 3rd mapper. And we will have had all 6 maps to finish the last day of this group. So there we go.
That's what we like. We want to make sure that we find the best possible contestants. So test them on all maps. Let's do best of 7 double elimination all the way through group stage, all the way into the finals.
Should be able to play all 7 maps, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Just go for it. We'll do a marathon type session. Just keep playing.
If we start at 7 in the morning, I'm fine with that.
like a Le Mans kind of thing where
Exactly.
we just play Counter-Strike, 48 hours, however long it goes, just keep going.
Just keep going, never stop, never give up. Well, right now,
Same casters, same analysts.
Sure. I mean, if we start early enough in the morning, I'm down.
Well,
You know, just get up, get breakfast.
Same casters, same analyst, same pay.
Yeah, maybe just go for a jog, and get some coffee, and you're good to go, right?
All right. Well, we'll see if someone takes us up on that thing.
Not the same pay part.
50-8 right now. OG, for whatever reason, it's such a mystery to me what's happened here, because again, here they are in middle with a cool 3-man take off the middle. They're not finding any of the NaVi players, but I think these are all the things that I really enjoyed, but it's not working. NaVi certainly aren't taking them up on that mid fight for now. Boomage gonna go straight into it, and NaVi not pouncing on that at all. I mean, they weren't close enough, maybe. But at least OG could start to gravitate back to the B-bomb site. We'll see MBK smoking off, ready to catch Electronic with the help of LXCB. As he comes out of the window, and now we've really been slowed down. This is looking so good for OG. A chance here to at least get up to 9. Not bad.
Not bad. Hey, 6 rounds in a row on CT side Mirage is possible. Especially if you can keep putting an impact on the money here for NaVi. I mean, obviously, by the end of it, they'll have money to buy, but the bank is going to get used up quite a bit here on the NaVi side after this round. And if OG can get some confidence, if they can start kind of winging it, maybe, stop feeling the pressure, just get in there, have some fun, kick some heads.
Ooh, canceling out the smoke with the Molotov there, creating a bit of a space in the window. That's a cool little move. Yeah, you see.
Yeah, Simple getting toasted there for a second. I was hoping that somebody would go for that jump. Instead, it's going to be Perfecto waiting for MBK. A delayed push to top mid. This could be fun.
Yeah, surely going to get flashed in, isn't he? Although Electronic walking up right behind him there. Not quite checking it. He was looking a little bit all over the place. Simple gets one more kill, but does it really matter at this point in time? It's a 2-on-4, and Valde crouching in with a kill on the AK-47 to take him down at top mid. That's the bomb as well. It's going to be 10 rounds for OG, surely.
It's looking pretty likely, Anders. It's looking pretty good for them. And NaVi, not a real hope of getting a bomb plant in this situation. I like that, man. Dude, Flamey is dialed in on this map right now.
Yeah.
22 frags for Flamey. I mean, he's looking better and better.
40 seconds.
He gets another kill here, and that's going to be annoying for OG. Their money isn't terrific.
Yeah, but neither is NaVi. I mean, that AK probably, yeah. But you're right. I mean, it definitely would be kind of devastating if he started losing more rifles, and he still got 20 seconds, so sure, maybe he's going to try and see if he could just stumble into someone. You never know if you catch someone looking the wrong way. Don't really blame him for at least giving it a shot here, but yeah, he doesn't actually want to go into the middle. Fair play. 10 rounds, OG. Need another 5 in a row after this. It can absolutely be done. You heard that drop down and the rifle being dropped. Oh, it's close. But not going to happen. Here we go. 26th round. Orb picked up or stolen in that last round. So Mantu's going to have that again. Now they aren't going to have that much to work with. They're going to have Flamey on the AK. Maybe just stick to that. Don't see any reason for buying up too much in this round if you're NaVi, because you just need one more round. I mean, you can either get it with with random upgraded pistols or with a full buy later on. Yes. I'm voting for the full buy.
You're voting for the full buy? Yeah, I think we're all on board with that full buy. Why futz about? Just get it done. Yeah, that's Simple still just waiting. He's been successful in getting tags over towards that B side of things, but it is going to be the move into underpass with that bomb. Still have Electronic lurking on ramp, exactly. And with 5 players alive for NaVi and a few flashes, it's looking likely. Not to. Going to get that pick.
Putting Simple right out of it. Everything's on that one AK. Some pressure on Flamey. He's been playing very well at the moment, but he's spotting it out. Flashbang. They're getting close up. There's Perfecto. Cruising into the bomb site, taking down Isa. Flamey with a kill on Valda. Now everyone's getting nervous at the moment. Mansu's going to get that one, but Alexi still goes down. Flamey has already found 2 kills with that one AK-47. And, oh no, bomb plant! Boomage getting interrupted. Flamey's down next. All they needed was this cover. And now it's a one-on-one. Mantu snuck in towards jungle. I don't think... Yeah, the Electronic has no idea. He's not thinking about it yet. Surely he will soon, but if he doesn't, he could walk right into the shot. And yeah, I think now it's dawning on him that he's actually not in that position. This is real interesting. Still got the P250 out. Someone must have called it that Mantu's low.
Definitely saw the dink. Definitely saw that helmet shot, that little spark fly, and so he seems to know. Now over the top, easy peasy. Electronic keeps his cool and locks